All right, for those of you that have been following along, I figured I've been out working on the cab over for about a week now. I've had quite a few days off, so I've got the rear suspension completely in the truck and some of the plumbing in just temporary to make the back end go up and down. I've been focusing on the back end to try to get that completed. So I figured I'd show everybody where we're at and show you temporary how it goes up and down. So if you've been following along, I got my frame brackets all bolted in, 4 links in, connected to the axle. Cross member between the frame brackets that also acts as the drive shaft loop. This week I've got the panhard bar bracket on the axle and the panhard bar in, mounted to the frame. The shocks are in. Some of these parts are reused from the RV that I got the axles from, like the upper shock mounts. Cross member above the airbags to tie that together and help keep the frame straight. I also added in the leveling valves. I'm running dual leveling valves. I've done this before on commercial dump trailers. It seems to help if you have an uneven load to help, keep everything level and balanced from side to side. It's not really necessary. You can do it with one leveling valve to control the whole rear up and down, but I kind of wanted to do two. Don't laugh at the plumbing. It's just temporary. I still have dump valves to put in. Right now, this is all just controlled off the leveling valves, so it'll go up, but in order to make it go down, I have to kind of sit on the back end of it. But that's what it all looks like from the back. You can kind of get a better idea of that cross member that goes between the frame brackets that the drive shaft goes through. Right now, everything is completely down. The airbags that I chose, there's actually internal bump stops in them, so that limits my down. And the leveling valve will control the ride height, so everything will be automatic. But that's kind of where we're at, and I'll show you everything going up and down. That's about ride height right there, set by the leveling valves. If I put any weight on it, it would automatically raise back up right to that same height. So no fiddling around with trying to control air pressure. It's all automatic. And then I'll show you dumping the air out of it. There's back down on the ground, as low as I'm gonna make it go. So, like I said, plumbing is the next big thing. I've still got my dump valves to put in so that it'll actually kind of rapid dump. Probably start working on putting the air tanks, getting brackets made for that. I have to change all the bolts on my frame hangers. The bolts I have are too long, so they're just in there temporary, but I've got to get new bolts ordered for that, and of course get the proper length bolts ordered for the panhard bar. But that's the basic gist of it. The front end will be the next thing I tackle. I wanted to get the back end all mocked up and get it where it was completely functional before I started on the front. So hopefully this weekend I'll jack the front up, start working, pull the tires off, and start pulling the leaf springs out, and see about getting stuff mocked up on the front. See if I can at least get the frame brackets on and get the axle brackets mounted. But that's a little update. So if you're following along, I appreciate it. Stay tuned, and hopefully within a week maybe I'll have the front end all set up so we can see how that works, and go from there. Appreciate you watching.